Today's video, I'm going to teach you how to bunny hop 360 in 4 easy steps, so you're going to want to stick around to the end of the video. Before we get into the hop 360, let's reflect on how to do 180s. And if you didn't see my video on how to do a 180, I'll link it right here in the video. Now, in order to bunny hop and rotate, there's a slight carve while you preload. First, let's talk about bunny hops. With the bunny hop, you want to compress your body weight and you want to explode, pull it back up. You want to tuck your body weight up. That's how you get the bike off the ground. When it comes to doing rotations in the bunny hop, you want to slightly carve to get this kind of momentum going, if you will. What that does is it helps you to 180. In time, you won't really need that. When you learn how to do rail rides, say, you're not going to be able to carve on a rail. You're going to have to just pull up in 180. Pull up and do a 360. So without further ado, let's get in today's video. Preloading is what you do right before you perform any trick. That's when you go down. Preloading is the compression of your body that you do right before you perform any trick or rotation. This is what enables you to get the bike off the ground to do stuff. That's going to enable you to learn the bunny hop 360 on flat ground much easier than if you can't do that. The sponsor of today's video is Billy Kennedy BMX. So if you go to linkpop.com/Billy Kennedy BMX, whatever you buy goes directly to supporting this channel. Go ahead and get yourself a workout program. Go ahead, buy a 3D model if you're interested in building yourself a grind box. Back to the video. Next step is for you to put the bike down, stand on 2 feet, and practice doing jump squat 360s just like I did at the beginning of this video. See, the compression you do before you jump squat 360 is almost the same thing you do when you want to do the bunny hop 360. Pay close attention as you jump squat 360. What you're doing to rotate is you're driving your shoulder back. You're not so much looking over your shoulder to generate the momentum. This is the same thing you're going to do with the bunny hop 360. You're going to preload as you're carving, right? And then you're going to bunny hop, tuck the bike just like the 180. You're going to drive your shoulder back. And what that's going to do is enable you to get the bike around. Because as you're driving this shoulder back, you should be driving this shoulder forward. That's how we rotate our body. All right, the third step to learning 360s is to find a wedge. You're going to want to learn how to 360 into the wedge and out of it. So if you're someone who struggles when you do the 360, you land tire tap, you don't fully commit the rotation. By doing this rotation into the wedge, that's going to help you with that little bit extra air time to perform the full rotation. The same goes for if you're coming out of the wedge. You're going to have this extra trajectory, this extra hang time to be able to drive your shoulder and complete the rotation. Sometimes there's these little tricks in BMX. I have a racing background, so I know a lot about speed and trajectory. A lot of times, newbies, they just go really slow and they need just a little bit more speed to do what they're trying to do. Fourth and the final step, which isn't really a step, it's just a cue. A lot of new people in BMX, when they're trying to do the hop 360, what happens is they don't bunny hop. They try to just drive their neck around this whole rotation, and then it doesn't really work. What happens is they just they kind of just throw their body. They don't really know how to rotate, so they just throw their body. So if you carve and you compress and pull up, what happens is you pop off the ground. With the 360, you're going to struggle at first, but how you're going to get good at it is as you're popping and carving, you want to tuck your bunny hop still. So you want to tuck and keep driving your shoulder, which is difficult to do at first, I'll admit, but another sponsor of today's video is none other than, you guessed it, Dance Comp. Dance Comp is having a lot of deals right now for the holidays, so you're going to have to head on over to Dance Comp, see what's going on. Back to today's video. A lot of repetition and you're going to learn how to do it. In conclusion, again guys, this is one of those tricks that's going to take a lot of repetitions to get it down, but once you learn it, you're going to know how to do it. What I noticed is a lot of new people who are new to doing anything really, they don't put a lot of effort in the beginning to really getting good at it. They don't put in a lot of effort. They try one time and then they give up. Can't really do that. You got to try it hundreds of times in order to learn. Keep it simple, guys. Train smarter, not harder. There's a time to ride hard. There certainly is a time to ride hard. Keep at it and enjoy learning this trick.